just wanted to quickly show you from last week, a couple of the pours we did were invisible at the time because they were color shift and they're white when they're wet. So this is a clock, and I'm gonna like put it through these records, and I'm gonna make a clock into it. This is out of it. This is one of the color shift ones, and I don't know if you can see it very well. And let's get at my other one. If I can find it. What did I do him that fast? There it is. I need a sensible setup. Ah! I bet I'm less than a minute in and I'm already screaming. Okay. So, these guys are the color shift ones. I don't know if you can see it very well. And this guy, I am blind to this guy because it looks like a big white orb to me. So it's just like a seashell. I would love to do a full coaster set like this. And yeah, the record isn't white anymore. It's
That was white?
It was white when I poured it.
Wow.
And now I can't get the light on it right. So hopefully you can see the color shift. Anyway, it's cool from here. So there's those. And yeah, I want to make some records into clocks. And I really like how this one accidentally was drippy. But I think it looks kind of cool the way it turned out drippy.
Okay, leave it up.
Whoop. Drippy. This is looking like it's melting. So I think a clock hands on that one will look pretty cool. So today I am going to pour on tabletops. These are just some cheap little ones that I got off Marketplace, and a friend of mine donated one. And that way if I screw it up really bad, I won't be out much. Initially I'm going to try just using one of the leftover paints that I have. I'm not sure which color I want to pick though. I have 3 different, 3 different color combinations. So say in the comments, 1, 2, or 3. And then after that I'm going to try a bloom. I haven't tried a bloom pour before. It's a lot like a dust pour, except the paint is thicker, which is right up my alley because I'm always making my paints too thick. So you make like little dust pours and you blow it out and then you tilt it and stretch it and it looks all cool. Anyway, this one, but which one? Which one would you pick?
I would pick the green.
The green? This one?
Yep.
It's kind of green. All right. So I'm just going to pour this right in the middle and see what happens. And it might not be enough, but I have my Lazy Susan, and hopefully I'll be able to spread it. This is only the base of Lazy Susan, so it's not really a free spin, so I don't know how it's going to work out. I think it's going to be more tilt than spin. Okay, I'm going to recenter that. Okay. 1, 2, 3, go. I feel like we're doing our own raffle like this. It's getting there. It's funny how it ended up as a triangle. I just realized there's totally going to be paint on the floor if I continue. Which part? No.
You're combing your hair gently, Heart.
No. ASMR freaks me out, by the way. It's like, oh, oh. Anywho. So, I wonder if the paint will get mad at me if I add a completely different color, because there's not really a lot to help it move. Now, what do you think I should...
Hook it up to a motor.
Right? Rick with the ideas. All I need is a motor. What do you think?
Give her.
Give her.
Laura Ryan says, "Oh my God, so cool."
Yeah?
She's watching from work again.
I'm gonna get you fired.
So where's Mike at? He's at work too.
Yes, slackers.
Suck it, work.
Thank you for your support. Some sweet willing to get in trouble for me. This is not just gonna go on the floor. It's gonna go everywhere. Mistakes were made.
Look at it go. I'm glad my camera gear is on the other side of the table this time.
Right? So
My handy pink tripod.
let's just stretch the rest of this, I think. It looked cool, but it wouldn't go any further, and I didn't have any more of that paint. So now it's like a blood table.
Connie says she loves the colors.
Yay!
I thought that was going to be more green, actually.
Well, I had to add more to it. I'm covered in paint.
It must be Tuesday.
Oh, yeah, it's Tuesday. Or as Rick would say, Tuesday.
Tuesday?
It's Tuesday.
You know? That's because of KFC and Toonie Tuesday. Like those guys.
All right?
I'm old.
Uh-oh,
Yeah,
they
I'm
wop.
too.
The colors on the edges don't really match each other, but I kind of still want to leave them there because they look so...
I would just
Weird.
like water.
Yeah, let's see what Susan says. First, I'm going
She won't
to
answer
even it
you,
up
she's
again.
lazy.
Right? Whatever, is what Susan says. How is it getting worse?
Magic.
Right? So, can my lovely assistant hand me another piece of drop sheet, please?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Down the bottom. Any piece of plastic will do.
Ooh. I remember buying these for work people.
Money well spent.
Yes.
See, this is the kind of crap I get into. You gotta hazmat the place. How's doing stuff?
Nice.
It's more fun to be completely
Random.
random. Okay. It slipped out of my hands and I pushed it.
Come on, big money.
No whammies. Who's old? Kind of want to do pottery now. Okay, one more for good luck.
Tuesday.
ZGW. Sorry.
Nobody's on my side. Tuesday.
Tuesday is coming. Did you bring your coat? Yeah.
Cool.
Is it getting there? Or am I just ruining it more? Oh well, fingers it is. I'm like stuck to the floor. I can turn it. All right. That was fun. I learned that I definitely need to go and spend like 20 bucks on an actual Lazy Susan. So I just dump on a whole bunch of paint, really, really thick paint. And I think I'm already doing it wrong. We'll find out now. Don't. See, you know, like a logical person would just watch a whole bunch of tutorials and find out the best way how to do things immediately. But I'm like, I guess it's like my old school gamer ways. I want to play it by myself first before I do any strategy guides or walkthroughs. Just so I can say, oh, I figured it out on my own.
Yeah, no, you could be like me, see? I'll watch
Walkthrough.
a tutorial for like a year before I decide to pick up a certain piece of camera equipment.
Now, if you're spending money on gear, you know, I researched the hell out of electronics. That's just facts. But it's just playing with paint. Learning from stuff instead of having to remember it. You learn from doing. I'm trying to get rid of all my bubbles first because I have a feeling the paint is so thick that the bubbles are going to come out later. Sneak up on me. I think I'm baking my paint. And I think the paint is still too thick. Yeah. I'm giving myself a little bit more paint.
Oh no, I think I ran out of battery.
Oh no, Rick ran out of battery. Too bad. You're gonna have to. You won't be able to look at my mug anymore.
No, that's not gonna happen. That is not gonna happen, babe.
Say when.
When? Thanks, Mike, for letting us know the audio issue.
Right?
Steph just did a whole. Oh no, that's Darling telling us no audio.
Yeah, I haven't been keeping track. Well, if any of you are interested over my tattoo stuff, I can tell you some other time.
We just had a whole story about the tattoo that I had no audio for. I'm sorry.
I'll probably stack some weight in there.
Mike's like, I turned on the player to fill in the audio, but it wasn't the same.
Ah, nice choice though. I am working on getting a time lapse of my tattoo work as well. So someday when it's finished, I'm going to post it. And I don't think there is a YouTube video anywhere for such a big tattoo. Because anytime I look for time lapses for tattoo for sleeves, you know, obviously it's just, you know, the forearm and this and whatever, but mine's going to have the whole shoulder. Hopefully it'll catch on. So I hope this works out. Story's taken so long. I figured my tattoo story would fill in the blanks, would
But no.
make it a little less boring. Or maybe it was better that I was muted. Maybe my story was boring as frig.
That's what it was. The A10 gave out.
Yeah, the A10 would rather die than hear my tattoo story. Ah, that's a lot of gold. Yeah.
Screaming?
Right? People are going to start tuning in for the screaming. This whole ASMR thing.
I know, I do. Well, it looks like a delicious pizza.
Right?
Well, everybody else seems happy that we got sound back.
Yay. You guys are so nice.
That's nice of the color.
Watch me hyperventilate.
And pass out in the paint?
That'd be worth tuning in for. Should have used my hairdryer.
Where is it?
Whew. Yeah, I'm gonna get my hairdryer.
Laura says this is so amusing. Mike says you should get a straw. And Darlene doesn't want you to pass out.
The straw I have tried and does nothing. It just makes little bloops.
Little bloops?
So far I'm completely covering all the paint I just poured onto this. I think that I still managed to make my paint too thick. Okay, now it's going to be like one of those games where you got to get the little ball bearing in the holes. So now I'm trying to make my dots avoid each other. The ones that are moving. This isn't how you do a bloom. This is how you ruin paint.
I think it looks cool.
Yeah.
I think everything looks cool.
Sorry, I'm gonna try and. I feel like I'm just gonna have to pour more paint on top of everything.
More paint.
Right? Because it's supposed to stretch out and eventually cover everything.
Monkey ball for Switch starring Steph, Mike says.
A what?
Monkey ball.
Monkey ball.
You were talking about the little ball, you know?
Is that what it is?
I guess so. I guess there's one with monkeys.
One with monkeys.
Should be one with monkeys.
I have ruined this. You know, sometimes it is good to do your research and not just play by ear. Maybe if I keep moving it around, and someday...
It looks so weird.
I think the paint is supposed to be thinner, and I'm not supposed to be tilting it as much. But because it's so thick, I kind of have to way tilt it. Can you still see it?
Oh, yeah.
Here I am doing all the work when I can just have it up on the table. It's round. You can do all the work for me.
I'm round.
Can you do all the work for me?
I can.
Oh. You can start by hosing me off because I'm covered in paint.
I say nothing.
Our weekly ritual. Hose the paint off me. I have a feeling I was supposed to put paint border around so that it would move better, easier. This isn't what it's supposed to look like.
Laura says the colors are great.
Thanks, Laura.
And this is one of her top favorite ones. It looks like butterflies. Marble butterflies. Not ruined. This is my fave. I think this one looks cool too because I like the whole disjointed, not like all one piece. Like it's a whole bunch of different things going on.
Yeah. Because the one tutorial I did watch to, just to get the basics down, the paint looked so thick and it turned out like beautiful. So okay, thick paint. No, it doesn't just work like that. So I'm going to add a little more to it. Just to make it even with the rest of the stuff that I did to it. Thanks for sticking around, guys. Really appreciate it.
Mike says disjointed like all of us on the deck back in the day.
Right? I missed the deck.
Yeah, me too. Mike, I wish you had been there for the last video that we did down there at Little Tribute.
Oh, yeah? You made everybody cry.
I'm sappy.
There were so many boogers. Ah!
I like how you screamed before it even happened.
And I saw the big bloop and I was like, oh, it's too late. Can't be stopped now. I think I want to get some silver in here. Oh, my phone's doing stuff. Hang on, phone.
Mike had to work that night, I guess. Darlene says base coat, then big pillow of paint in the middle, then stretch. She thinks.
That's what I did, but the paint was like not moving. My surface area is also really big, and I probably didn't put down enough blobs. But I don't know. Like I said, I've never done this before, so I don't know. I don't know much.
All learning together.
Right? If I had more studio space for storage, and if I had more money to have all of it, all kinds of supplies and stuff, I'd be doing this all the time. I wouldn't be getting my practice in while I'm being streamed. But that's kind of fun, I think. What do you think?
I like sharing the space with Atlas Computer Repair and Steph Donahue Visual Art. It's kind of organic and technical all at the same time.
And we only step on each other's toes a few times a week. Okay, I'm not going to blow on that. Take me to the hospital. Okay, so this time I put down a big blob of white underneath my colors. See how that... Oh, that's so pretty.
Which part? Point at it again.
You might not be able to see it at that angle. Got it?
I'm totally getting it.
Now I have to ruin it. Let's do this.
It's like a mandala. It teaches about the impermanence of being.
Well, I just learned all I learned yet about what a mandala is. Yeah, the paint is too thick. It's just overrunning. It's gonna look like hell on back. Oh no. I will strongly preach Tegaderm for covering tattoos, because then you can get yourself covered in paint and not ruin your tattoo.
Steph D Memorial Paint Fund, Mike says.
What?
Or like, Yosh? I don't even know what that is. That's the, sounds like young people talk.
Yeah.
Like, yeet.
Maybe it's like, yes. Or something.
Melissa says, gorgeous. I hope I win the cutting boards.
Yeah.
Yes, you can see them in the background.
Yay. And I want them to have a home too. And I'm not so like, oh, I want to sell them. But I like the idea of the things I make being enjoyed by other people. Like you would, I suppose.
Laura's wondering if you could spray it with alcohol.
Yeah.
Like, does that give it the watercolor look? Would that work?
Probably. That's a good idea. It's worth trying. I would try that. Is it turning into something? See, I was going to make a short video because I'm not feeling well after being tattooed. And this turned out to be more physically what's the word? Involved. More physically demanding. Sorry. Than most of my other stuff. You can do
Laura
it.
wonders that if can we buy you paint for Christmas? That's a big
Chop?
yes. I don't even have to tell her.
Always. People ask me what I want for Christmas. I've had to stop saying, no, you're not giving me anything for Christmas. And start saying, like, gift cards. Amazon gift cards. Grocery gift cards. So I can get more paint. I swear I don't have a problem.
No.
So my paint has pretty much stopped moving. I'm going to try and spread out just a little bit. So next time I will make the paints thinner. I will make my pools bigger. Because I don't know if you can see in close enough. But in here, where everything stretches and looks kind of milky and stuff, that's supposed to be on a bigger scale. And I could be here all day trying to stretch that out and make it look like I intended. But that's not going to happen. I made my paint too thick. And as it is, this table will probably take a full 3 weeks, excuse me, to cure, if not longer. But if you want dibs, I'm happy to take
totally,
charge.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I guess it's because it's not what I meant to do, you know what I mean? I had something completely different in mind. So it feels like I ruined it.
Darlene says, I see bloom cells.
Right?
And Mike wonders where's the number one place that you buy paint? Where do you get paint around here?
Everywhere.
Everywhere there is paint, I get it.
Mostly I buy it on Amazon because it's actually really hard to get paint locally. Like, they have some basics, but the last few times I was at Michael's, they didn't have any, I think it was white. I think they had like one bottle of black and there was no white. And every time I go to a store to get paint, I come back basically with only half what I went for. So mostly I buy. I would love to support local, but there's not enough selection, and the prices are really high. I can't afford it. Can't afford to support local. Mostly I buy off Amazon, and even Amazon is starting to have shortages now. Like Floetrol is something I use a lot of, and they're having a shortage of that. That cannot be bought locally. I've called paint stores and hardware stores, and they're like, "What's that?" This certain type of varnish I have, the high gloss varnish I use, recently became scarce and doubled in price. The little 1 liter bottle I have is now $100, the cheapest you can find. So I can't even remember what the question was. Where do you? Yeah. So mostly Michaels and Amazon, and whenever I can, I like to support Arkansas because they're high quality. They do excellent framing, and they support their local artists and stuff. And I kind of dislike Michaels in a sense that they're a big franchise and not really concerned with the local artist aspect of it. And there's my biased opinion. What is that? Okay, so I will fix this up off camera. All right, I guess that's it for this week. See ya. Bye.